Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the role of MPF and SPF in cell cycle. So before that, in our last video I told about the some key proteins which are responsible for regulating the cell cycle, and those key proteins are the cyclin and CDK. In our last video I also said that cyclin and CDK are of different kinds. In yeast, Xenopus, and in mammals, the cell cycle studied extensively. So today I'll be talking about the eukaryotic process of cell cycle that occurs in the yeast, but it does not vary with the mammals. Apart from the different type of cyclins actually responsible in case of mammals, but whereas in case of yeast there are two types of cyclin are present, only the S and the M form of cyclin. Let's see. First of all, in yeast there are two key protein. One is CDK. You know that CDK means cyclin dependent kinase, and yeast the CDK1 is present, and which is coded by a specific gene CDC2. CDC means cell division cycle, so it's coded by CDC2 gene. Whereas the cyclin are of two types. One is present between G2M and another is present between G1S. Now both are cyclin, but in G2M region the cyclin is coded by CDC13, and in G1S it is coded by SIG1, SIG2. These two gene codes the cyclin which is present in the G1S location. So there is a single type of CDK1 present in the yeast, whereas two types of cyclin present, and they are named as, one is called M cyclin, M form of cyclin, that is actually cyclin B. Another is a G1 cyclin, that is called G1 cyclin, which is actually over here the cyclin C. But in mammals there are many kinds of CDKs, starting from CDK 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, and there are different type of cyclins also. So let's see. So there is a cell cycle picture where this is called M phase, this is called G1, this one is S, and this is G2. Within these four region, different type of cyclin and CDK works. Between the G2M junction, here a specific cyclin works, that is cyclin B and CDK1. These two molecules responsible for while the cell passing from G2M. While the cell in the S phase or in the or from S to G2, there are two cyclin molecules. In the junction, there is a cyclin A and CDK1. But during the S phase, an important cyclin function, that is cyclin A again, but the CDK differ, that is CDK2. Now in the G1 phase, it's a very significant phase because it's a decision making phase, and when the cell in the G0 phase, to activate the cell there are different type of cyclins. First, CDK4 cyclin D, this one, and the second one is CDK6 cyclin D. So these two kind of CDK cyclin complex activate the cell while the cell in the quiescent phase or the G0 phase. Now when it crosses the G1, that is the in between the G1 and S, there is another CDK cyclin complex function, CDK2 plus cyclin E. So in mammals, you can see there are several kinds of CDKs and cyclin function in different phases of the cell cycle. Now if we see how CDK and cyclin regulate the cell cycle. In our last video I told the phosphorylation and the dephosphorylation events of CDK and several proteins activate the cell cycle process. Now here we see how the MPF and SPF regulate a cell cycle. Here we have taken an example from yeast, that is Saccharomyces pombe, S pombe, that is called fission yeast. There are two kinds of yeast, fission yeast and budding yeast. There are two type of cyclin molecule function. One is called S form, that is the start specific cyclin, and there is called M form, that is called mitosis specific cyclin. Now two kinds of CDK cyclin complex will be developed. One is called MPF. Now MPF means it's the M phase promoting factor, that is means mitosis promoting factor, and it is made up of two protein. One is called M cyclin plus CDK1. These two protein together form the M promoting factor. Similarly, another and these MPF actually functions between the G2M transition. That is, it works in the G2M checkpoint. Similarly, another CDK cyclin complex function that is called SPF. That is start promoting factor. Now this SPF is made up of two protein. One is called G1 cyclin plus CDK1, and this complex works at the G1S checkpoint. So in yeast there are two basic checkpoints. One is called G2M and G1. Generally two types of checkpoints are present, G2M and G1S. Now if we see from the starting, that is, once the cell is passing from one mitotic phase to the and it enters into the next mitotic phase, then the MPF, that is the mitosis promoting factor or M phase promoting factor, becomes inactivated. Now you know this the amount of cyclin varies while cell is passing from one phase to another phase. CDK is constant but cyclin is fluctuating because CDK is unable to activate the protein kinase itself. That means it has no ability to activate its own substrate level protein kinase activity, and it is activated or modulated when the cyclin present and the phosphorylation event occur. That I told you in the last video. So here once the cell become inactivated, that is the MPF, so here the G1 M cyclin release. So due to the release of the M cyclin, now the kinase, that is the CDK1, become inactivated, and it is permanently inactivated by another protein complex which is known as SUC1. It's an inhibitor which binds with the CDK molecules to inactivate the activity of the CDK. So the cell is in the arrest condition. When the cell is planning to divide, when it enter into the cell cycle process, then the G1 cyclin added, and that occurs in the pre-start G1, because G1 is very important because all the proteins which are responsible for the chromosomal replication, DNA replication, that are synthesized during the G1 phase, as well as this G1 is a decision making phase. So the cell need to be clarified over here that whether the cell require division or not. Now the G1 cyclin is added in the system, and once the G1 cyclin is available, so it releases the SUC1, that is the inhibitor released from the CDK SUC complex, and the CDK molecule binds with the G1 cyclin. The G1 cyclin and CDK association is not sufficient to activate the CDK cyclin complex unless or until it is phosphorylated. In our last video I told you that within the CDK there are two regions. One is called tyrosine, that is the Y15, and another is the threonine 161. So these two regions, once the tyrosine is phosphorylated and threonine also phosphorylated, so both resulting into an inactive product. So the dephosphorylation of the tyrosine region and the phosphorylation of the threonine 161 position is essential to activate the CDK cyclin complex. So that happened over here. Now here the G1 cyclin CDK complex is inactive, still inactive. Now this complex is activated and the phosphorylation occur at the threonine 161 position and leading to an active complex which is known as SPF. That is called start promoting factor. So once it has been formed, so cell is passing from G1 towards the S phase. That means all the proteins which are essential for the S phase are already prepared. The cell cycle gives signal to the cell to pass from G1 to the S phase. While entering into the S phase, the G1 cyclin released. So again it becomes an inactive kinase and the phosphorylation is also there. That means in the tyrosine region the phosphorylation is present. Now when the cell is preparing or replicating its content, then the M cyclin enter. That means during the mid S phase the M cyclin enter and it forms a complex, that is the M cyclin CDK complex, but still within this CDK there are two phosphorylation region, so both are phosphorylated. So this is an inactive product. Another protein, another enzyme which is responsible for dephosphorylation of the Y15 region, that is the CDC25. In our last video I told that, follow the last video. So CDC25, it's known as phosphatase, which is responsible for dephosphorylation event. So the dephosphorylation event occurs. After that the phosphorylation event occurs and it forms the active complex which is known as the mitosis promoting factor, and that promotes the cell from G2 to M. So G2 to M or G1 to S, that depends on these two components, MPF and SPF, and in this way MPF and SPF together control the checkpoints and regulate the entire cell cycle process and assure the maximum fidelity in the cell cycle process. So in our next video I will be talking about the cancer mechanism, how cell cycle and cancer is related, because cancer is a genetic disease. So please follow us, and if you have any query, mail out your question.